It's not just devices in cars that are tracking people's behavior.
A lot of devices that people are using, everyday devices like printers and computers and cell phones, are including some kind of tracking information.
Like that color laser printer you have at home or the office. Every page printed by most color laser printers is embedded with a code unique to that printer. Yep, your color laser printer could be spying on you. Seth Schoen is a privacy advocate with the Electronic Frontier Foundation. His work has led to the cracking of those codes.
My understanding is that this was motivated by a request from the United States Secret Service, which investigates counterfeit, and that they asked the manufacturers of color laser printers to do this, to add this tracking capability. And by and large, the manufacturers complied. Most of them didn't tell their customers that they were doing so.
The code, a series of yellow dots distributed across the back of the printed page, is not visible to the naked eye.
See dots there. When you shine a blue light and look under the microscope, I think it's quite distinct.
It is.
So far, we've been able to crack the code that's used by Xerox and a few other manufacturers like Dell. So we can tell you what those mean. There are others like HP and Canon that are still a mystery to us.
In the case of Dell and Xerox, what is it then that these dots are communicating?
Well, they're communicating the serial number of the printer that made the print, and they're also communicating, in the case of Xerox printers, which have this information, the date and time that the print was made.
From there, it's not hard to find out who printed the document. And it's not just your printer. That digital camera you're so fond of?
This is a photograph of me that was taken as a staff photo. If we look at it with the right software, all of a sudden we see a lot more information. So here's the interesting thing. Right there is the unique serial number of my friend's camera. If he's registered for a warranty, then they know who he is.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's easy to find because he publishes his photos on a photo sharing website under his own name. And so you could immediately find out that that's his camera.
Burn any CDs lately?
Another one that the public is not really aware of. When you burn a CD in a CD burner, the CD burner's serial number is actually left on the CD. So if you make a mix CD for someone, or you burn any kind of information onto a CD and give it out to someone, it's potentially traceable back to your computer.
All of this may seem innocuous, but in time, it may not be.
I think people are perfectly happy to adopt a communications device that is in some way traceable or trackable, because they think, well, I don't have anything to hide, and I don't use it in a way that someone can track. And then lo and behold, technology advances. They sign up for all kinds of services. And they're using that technology in a way in which things are exposed and things are trackable that they hadn't anticipated.
Juan is out on the road right now, so I can see here, as of 3:40 p.m., he's in front of 893 Lafayette.
Use the radio.
Howard Boyle, the president of this rather low-tech-looking fire sprinkler installation company in Queens, New York, knows exactly where his employees are during the workday.
Okay.
Their cell phones, like many wireless devices, contain a GPS chip, which allows Boyle to use a software program called U-Locate that does just what its name implies.
He's doing 11 miles an hour. I could go and see where he is in transit. He's heading down that road, back to the shop. This is exactly where he is right now.
Right. Where has he been?
He was at a job site that I told him to go to, which was 866 Eastern Parkway. He was on that job site from 2:44 p.m. to 3:30. Okay, you're going to check the fire pump, right?
Boyle says he's never